completely unrelated to the game. I think I should go first.
Ooh.
Oh, there's other modes as well.
I could do other runs, but look it.
I mean, I have done all the advanced jobs now. But
Right.
they are,
Weird and different. I guess it kind of comes down to what you got from the last run and how different you could get from it. You got like Cannoneer, which is the super chemist.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually, at the
Yes.
very end of the game.
Or just a physical attacker.
True.
I
Kind of a
don't
boring
have a
one.
knight, so Gladiator is basically...
Gladiator's Mega Knight.
Oracle is weird mage, so I didn't have any of them
Mm-hmm.
on my first run here.
You could always do something like that.
It could be good.
You could always also do like a pure chaos run now and then save the advanced one for later when you're starting to feel a little less into
When
it.
I've already got some dupe jobs and like something new.
Potentially, but I don't know, advance always seems like an adventure.
I don't feel I need to do like my I need a blow up run random stuff. I mean, I've only run one run anyway, so...
When the fiesta started yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
Only finished one run.
One run down, I've got like at least 7 more to go.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, more related to this game, Sekiro.
Sekiro.
It is very satisfying to chant.
And it's just words. They have to like them right amount of syllables.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Words, they have to feel, have a good mouth feel.
Sekiro definitely does have a very good mouthfeel.
It's like, I love Amber, but it's so hard to chant in a rugby stadium, especially when they're up against Glasgow, which it has just so much of a better feel to it.
Yeah.
Like, Glasgow. It's just so much better than Edinburgh.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Right? Sekiro has an... And then words that end in O are very good, because
Yes.
it's a lovely O at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Sekiro.
Don't know enough about Japanese to know, to be
I
honest.
know nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I know fuck all. Alright, so yeah, we've done quite a few JRPGs lately. I think like 4 in a row.
It's been quite a few, yes, and very long ones.
There was like Tales of Bonnie 2, Mario and Luigi Partners in Time,
Tokyo
Tokyo
Mirage
Mirage
Sessions,
Sessions, and
then
Star Ocean 4. So we're going for something finally a little bit different.
fairly different as our main game.
I also cannot play Souls games at all. Yeah, I don't really have the reflexes. I also have what I like to call stupid fingers.
Well, I have plenty of stupid fingers, but I am capable of recognizing and reacting to patterns. and
It's
we'll-
true. We did do FF12 as well, but we did do Dragon Quest Builders as a
Yes.
something different. And yes, we have done a lot of JRPGs.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so this is From's currently most recent game, and it's probably my favorite, FromSoft masochism simulator out of all of them.
It's kind of funny because I've known about the Souls games since
Demon's Souls.
Demon's Souls, because my brother got Demon's based on critic reviews. Like it did so wet and like poorly when it came out, but like the critics loved it and
Right.
bought it. My brother was one of those few people who actually bought it.
Mm-hmm.
When it came out.
Back in the day. I mean, it definitely came out to like it sold better in Japan than it did in the U.S. So, like it's not like it was a total flop
No,
at
it
the time,
wasn't
but
like
it was
huge flop,
definitely like
It-
people
Demon's
were just
Souls
like it's
didn't-
too hard, fuck
Yeah.
this kind of thing.
The From games didn't really get acclaim until Dark Souls.
Dark Souls was sort of the one that everyone decided would be the one.
Yeah, Shrikero, like everyone being Shrek.
Alright, well, we got the language set to English, mostly make it a bit easier to do streams with. I've also never played it in English, so it'll be fun to learn what all the voices are like in this.
Hell yeah.
I'm kind of curious. I did check when I hit new game, it will just take us straight in. So hopefully everything is good and correct.
Right, so he's pretty good at these.
Yes, I've played most of the Souls games.
I'm along for the ride. I don't think we've streamed. I mean, you've streamed.
Long time ago. Souls 2 was
In the
last
closing
one.
years of the Sengoku era, Japan was consumed by perpetual conflict.
That's 10 stat.
The fires of war raged on.
But yeah, this game's pretty bloody. It should be mentioned. Like, really gory.
Oh, extremely intense.
If you need a warning for that. I think that's your game.
War never changes, but it does groove on Friday. I would move me.
Finally over.
No.
Didn't quite set it up all the way. Let's see what happens if I do this. Ah, perfect. Just pauses it. Alright, what's the way to do this? Oh. Drop that to about half, maybe, and see what it's like.
Also, should we like all the alert ball?
Yes, that is a good plan.
Oh, it's huge. Wow, why was it that big?
I think that's like the default size of it. We just usually resize it down.
Yeah, we normally do resize that down.
We're very good at this.
Uh-huh.
This is like the first time making a totally new scene in quite a
Oh,
while.
and forever. We normally just
yeah. All right. So
slap
let's
one of our old ones
see.
in. See if this works.
General Tamura is no more!
It seems like that's at least a bit lower.
Ashina staged a bloody coup and wrested control of the land.
Sec, I'm gonna bring our chat up to the top as well so that people can actually give us some feedback. All right, yeah. What does the volume sound like now? Rude.
What's the matter, Stray? Nothing left to lose? Well, would you look at that? Fascinating. Will you join me, starving wolf?
On that day, a young cub was taken from the battlefield. He trained relentlessly, and indeed, went on to become a master shinobi.
Whoa.
Listen, wolf. You must never forget the shinobi code.
I'm gonna forget it immediately.
As your
The what
father,
now?
My word is absolute. Your master's is a close second. As of today, he...
Damn, dude, that guy's huge.
Dad is gigantic, yes.
Dad is huge.
We have a big dad.
That's a small ass dad.
That at any cost. You understand me,
Uh-oh.
don't you?
This isn't gonna get us in trouble.
Nope, not at all. No conflict's gonna come up in this game.
Some 20 years after Ishin's coup, the Ashina clan was on the brink of collapse. And the shinobi, known as Wolf, had lost everything. Both the man who took him in and the boy he had sworn to protect.
Oops.
As most Souls games, you begin at the bottom of a well.
That sounds right. All journeys begin at the bottom of a well.
Much like Souls 1, you begin by getting something dropped on you.
Rude.
Mm-hmm.
Shinobi,
Don't throw a rock at
open
me.
your eyes
Nope, just a note.
for the sake of your master.
Don't mind me, just chilling at the bottom of this well, totally not dead.
Just a bit gray in the face. So yeah, for reference, we're in the lands of Clan Ashina, and basically things are not going too great.
That's fine.
We might be on the wrong side of the Sengoku Jidai now.
Uh-oh.
Rose Wolf.
Escape from the well.
Find the tower bathed in moonlight. Even without a blade, you can reach it. You fucking figure it out.
Figure it out, asshole. Get out.
This is us, Wolf.
Awoo.
Okami in the Japanese version, or at least currently.
Awoo.
So we can swim. Totally fine at doing that. Unfortunately, we can't really do much out here, because while you can wall jump, like, up things, we're not really gonna be able to make our way up to there.
I see a shiny spot, though.
Yeah, maybe later.
Aww.
No chance we'll ever be back here, but you know.
Aww. Yeah, his name is Pup. Awoo.
Mm-hmm. This game has jumping, which is much, much better than, like, all of the Souls games before it.
Oh man, he got some ups.
Yes, especially because you can wall jump, too.
This dude's got ups.
Hmm.
Choke's jealous.
That he is.
That boy does not have ups.
No idea what would happen if we went that way, but,
Would you get murdered?
no clue.
Pretty funny.
Instead, we can kind of just head
Aw,
out this way.
I want to see you get murdered.
I think it might actually just take us back to the,
I've seen a couple of things in this game, and what I know is there's things that want to eat you.
There's quite a few of those.
Big-
Yeah, it looks like there's not too much.
Big, scary things that want to eat.
This is the hole that the lady dropped the letter down.
Yeah,
We were
since
lying
we
right
were
in that
there,
corner.
Yeah.
Can't run yet. Terrible. Awful game.
Yeah, most Souls games happen basically after the apocalypse. Like, world has
I
got
missed. Strong
Wrong
start.
Eavesdrop.
I'm curious where this is gonna send us.
I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, thank you, DW. That was mind brain there.
Yeah, so what the game was trying to tell me is
Press
that
X.
you can press X to hug walls, and whenever this wall has like scratches like this, that basically means that you get me along.
Because we're very much mid-apocalypse.
Yep. So a lot of this game's combat revolves around stealth and detection, which is really, really good because it means that you can kind of
Shinobi
stealth
at the
kill
bottom
all
of the
sorts of
well.
things.
We didn't shackle him, restrain him, nothing. That doesn't worry anybody?
Apparently
No.
not.
Not only is he unarmed, he has completely lost his will to live. Nothing but a coward.
That's all it takes.
Unworthy
You
of
guys
our
are dumb as shit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What if, you know, somehow he found the will to live again? I don't know.
What if a lady tossed a letter? We can kind of sneak around these people. And also eavesdrop on conversations if they haven't detected us.
The moonlight shines strongly on the Moonview Tower tonight. The Divine Heir is probably using the light for his reading again.
Fine, eh?
Probably, but imprisoning a mere child. I feel sorry for the boy. Agreed. But I'm sure Lord Genichiro has his reasons.
We got a few proper nouns in there. Don't worry, we'll keep track of them.
No, I won't. You're gonna have to constantly remind me of them.
That's fine. Alright, well, if we were to walk out there, we'd be very unarmed and get noticed pretty quickly, but, tower is over there, so let's just look around. Ah, yes, if the, like, edge of a wall is all white and rocky like that, it's very, you can, slide along it.
Hell yeah. Alley-oop.
Path has definitely seen better days.
That's fine. There you go, jump. Nice shot.
By the way, a lot of these tutorials will only really come up once, so if you miss something important...
Don't not play this game for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You might end up not remembering how to do shit.
Well, conveniently, there is a big hole in the side of
Oh,
this.
hell yeah. I love that
Hey,
hole.
a child.
There's someone in there. Hello. Do not drop down. That would be funny. Hello.
You did well to come here.
No, I
It's
came
been
from
too
a well.
long, Wolf.
Oh, woo.
I've come to free you, my lord.
Well then,
Get to it.
raise your head.
Wow, they left this kid a sword?
Your sword.
Couldn't well take it away from him. He's very important.
Can't take away important people's swords.
I mean, I guess technically it's just a sword that he
In
owns.
accordance with the bond of lord and retainer, you will pledge
Well,
your
we'll
life
just sling him
in
on
my
our back
service.
and we'll crawl out home and kill him.
Yeah. Easy. We'll escape to a big old field of flowers.
As you command.
I don't think Kuro really has the arm strength to hang off the ledge in the hole in the wall like that.
Kids are much better at it now.
True. Alright, so we got our sword. This is going to be our main weapon for the
we
entire
can kill
game.
this kid. We can
Nope.
slash.
There are places in this game where you will not draw your weapon and can't do any slashes or anything.
No.
I know. Let's instead talk to this child.
I want to stab the child.
By the way, he's our master that we pledged to.
Yeah, but I still say, I
So,
still
like,
vote.
we super can't kill him.
I still vote for killing him.
He's also about to give us Estus flasks,
Oh.
so...
Okay, don't kill him.
He's
then.
friend.
He's useful. Okay, that's
He's great.
That's fine. That's good.
So, the replenishing healing in this game is the Gourd. As with later Souls games, you start with one, so you better make the most of
Were
it.
you gravely injured?
No, I'm fine. Look at me. I'm not great at all.
Remember that night?
After...
Do not.
what now?
No.
I was a little
We'll
bit
talk about
stabbed,
it
huh?
Right now, we must escape Ashina Castle.
How super
Sam.
dead am
There's
I?
a secret passage beneath the moat bridge that will take us out of the castle. Lord Ishin told me about it once. I ask you to find that secret passage. Once you find it, signal me with a reed whistle. You know, like you used to long ago.
I don't
will
know.
join you as soon
I
as
don't remember,
hear it.
kid.
So yes, Wolf does have a bit of a memory problem, but we know we're friends with this kid. Anything
There's a
else?
secret passage beneath the
Nope,
the
not
secret
too.
passage. When you've reached it, I'll come as soon.
So we're just gonna look for an escape route.
So, how does the healing work?
So if we go on to our equipment menu, go to quick items, put this on. We can also use this directly from the inventory, but in general, you're not gonna tend to do that.
Okay, it does, like, yeah, it does fill automatically, so do you want to heal now or not?
So it'll heal whenever we stay at a, like, rest point, which we don't have any of currently.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna take me a quick sip. Not that it did much, but our health was pretty fucking low. You also get these pellets. Pellets don't restore when you die, but they will slowly heal you over time, so they're kind of a good addition to your health store. Generally, you'll want to use up your healing gourds first because they come back, and then use your pellets, but we are gonna get enough pellets that it's not really an issue.
So how long does it take for Gourd?
It will only regen when you rest at a rest station,
Right,
basically.
so that time it's just like you go rest, you get all your health flashed back.
Yes. We have not found any rest stations yet, because we're still kind of in the prologue here. And yes, the health system is very similar to Dark Souls 2, which had a lot of similar stuff in it.
Are we gonna stab some dudes now?
We are gonna stab a lot of dudes.
Oh, hell
let me
yeah.
tell you about all the dudes we're gonna stab.
I wanna stab all the dudes.
Well, that will be our first stabbing victim. So this is the basic way that the game works. We're gonna get a lot of tutorials about this, but enemies basically have 2 life bars. One is their vitality, which is their health, and the other is their posture. If you fill up an enemy's posture gauge, you literally can just one-shot them. So a lot of the time, you want to just sneak up on enemies and go for backstabs or other one-shot kill moves. Well, I tried. But he seems only interested in guarding, so let's just... So whenever you see one of those red dots, that means that I have a death blow on them. You can get one by sneaking up on enemies. You can also get one by filling up their entire posture gauge.
We'll never die twice.
Only once.
Only once.
Hello. Deflection is what I did to that guy just before now, so thank you for telling me about that game. So basically, if you deflect, which is using the guard button right as an enemy attack hits, you will... It's harder for me to do when I'm talking about stuff, but
so it's parry, essentially?
Basically, yes. The thing that I like about it over Dark Souls games is that if you parry too early, you just block. Like, the parry button is just the guard button with good timing. And that means that you're in much less danger trying to deflect things. I can assure you the first and only death will not be the wall-hugging incident. I'm gonna die a bunch, especially because I haven't really talked over a game like this in quite a long time. This is telling us about lock-on. It's basically the same as other Souls games. I can swap targets however I want. Right now, these people don't know where I am, though, so I'm just gonna, you know, even the odds a little bit. Snack.
Creeper's gonna creep.
Mm-hmm. He is in a spot that makes him a little tough to aerial death blow, but, these people aren't always the most observant.
You did notice his target.
They will tend to. Murders are quite loud.
Oh, it's flying metal. Who knew?
That was a proper deflect.
Yeah.
I'm very low on health, but I'm sure this will all go
dude.
great.
Stab a dude. Doc, for the
Thank you
host.
so much.
More Sekiro time. Oh, hello, we got a boss.
Well, a mini boss.
Yeah, he's got a big old health bar.
This is telling us about counter slashes. The big thing is that, like, when you fight an enemy with multiple health bars, you having some trouble, dude?
Having a bit of time.
No, there we go.
No, we died.
I zigged when I should have zagged. When you fight an enemy with multiple health bars, that basically means you'll have to do multiple full death blows on them. Yeah, we start up with Kuro, but we do at least get our healing gourd back. Anyway. A lot of the time, if you're quick, you'll just get people before they even notice that you exist.
Can you, like, sneak around these guys, or is it better to kill them?
You can, and there's not too much reason for us to kill them right now, but they're also not that difficult, I say, having taken a ton of damage from them.
Having died already.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Oh, hi.
A lot of this is just that I'm not used to their attack timings, which are quite a bit slower than the ones later in the game. Souls games love to do, like, early enemies have these huge wind-ups, and it actually makes them much harder to parry than later game enemies.
Yeah.
Because you jump the gun.
Too fast, yeah.
Now, luckily, if I press it too early, I do just block it.
What?
By the way, if I don't want these guys to notice me, I can always just... yoink.
I think you're a little too late.
Yeah, they noticed me, but they've also lost me now, so...
They're very smart.
Nah, they're both still currently aware of me. When they have kind of lost track of me, yeah, there we go. A little thing will show up on their icons that basically says, hey, I'm still suspicious, but, you know, maybe not looking in the correct direction.
Yeah, they may be a little drunk.
Everyone was drunk at this time.
Hey,
There
go
was a
through
lot
that one
of
a
it
bit
going
better.
around. Yep.
Alright, leader time.
So yeah, he won't be...
Yellow.
Yes, the yellow bar is the posture bar that I talked about before. The one on the bottom is ours. The one on the top is theirs.
You can lose your posture.
Yes, if you get posture broken, you're basically open to a blow, but you can run away from it. You can dodge away from it if you're quick. So anyway, this is explaining to us that this guy, despite the fact that we just stabbed him in the chest, has another health bar.
Well, I mean, we can stab in the chest.
True.
You're okay, so...
By the way, it's a little bit tough to tell when you're first seeing the game, but I may lower the volume a little bit. It's doing okay, I just figure. Make it a little easy to hear us in these. This is probably about as loud as it gets.
Yep.
But the way to tell if you're doing a deflect instead of just a guard is you get much larger sparks coming out of it, and the pitch that it makes when the two swords hit is different.
Different, okay.
You can also tell when enemies are parrying you with that, and that will eventually become very important.
His pants are moving in this way in a very unpleasant manner.
Oh dear. You just happy to see me?
It kind of seems like he does have a snake down there, yes.
Door does not open from this side, so...
No.
Turns out we're not going this way, but that actually leads to the castle proper, so... Not much reason to go there. Instead, we are looking for the way out, the secret gate that apparently Kuru was told about by Ishin, who is the leader of this land. Hey, let's do some basic-ish platforming. By the way, I will often jump instead of getting up normally when I'm hanging on a ledge. Because if you're hanging on a ledge and you press A, you'll pull yourself up it and then jump. It's quite weird. Yeah, a block is a dull thud. Hey, some samurai.
You know that secret passage at the bottom of the moat? Under the bridge?
These eavesdrops are super fucking quiet if you are not directly in earshot. There's dynamic voices, so you're gonna want to just use the subtitles.
Yeah.
For a lot of them. Anyway, they were talking about, secret passage. Just got orders to guard it, because...
Uh-oh.
Turns out this kingdom is, it's got its fair share of enemies.
Turns out that secret passage ain't so secret. Oh, there's a thing over there. What's that?
That's a man.
Oh. I'll take your word for it on that one. More like some weird goblin creature.
There's a fair number of goblin men in this game. Man.
Thanks for the clip, Ray.
Perfect.
Those pants, that was not pleasant.
Yep, we pop down here, and for all of our
Well,
trouble...
I mean, just because he's a goblin doesn't mean he can't have a fancy hat.
True, he is a goblin with a fancy hat. And we're gonna find a lot of goblins with fancy hats. Thank you for the resub, Comrade Sockmonkey.
Thank you, and yes, sometimes a man is just a goblin man.
Alright, I don't think there's too many other items. A nice thing that this game carries over from Souls is items are big and glowy.
Sometimes a man is just a goblin man.
It's true. So, hey. Here's a little passage, and
So we did
there's a cute little statue.
cut a bloody swathe, so I guess the kid can get here with no problem.
Kuro can
now.
figure it out. He's a sneaky kid. I think he was just waiting for us. Here's to be the escape route. Shall we call
Let's
of
do it.
divine air?
Fuck him up.
It's a good thing we had that reed whistle.
You want some shoes, kid?
No. He's a noble. It's worth noting, and it's a bit weird, like, this may not be apparent a lot of the time. Kuro is a noble, but not of the family that rules the kingdom.
Now let us leave this place.
Noble is not where she.
No, I've never really left their
Do
palaces.
they have strong feet?
Basically. Well, they just never walked out with
I'm
the common
saying,
man.
so I must have, like, not very good feet. And we should get him some shoes.
Faded bloodline is the only
I mean,
answer.
traveling along this passage. Need some shoes, that cricket.
Kuro is basically a hostage.
Where shall we go once we're away from the castle?
That was pretty common in that kind of area. You would take a hostage from another place so that
Yep.
they wouldn't invade you.
Kuro also has something very specific about him.
That's the wolf I know.
Hello.
Hmm.
Oh, nothing. I was just reminiscing. Onward then. Let us press onward. Once we leave this passage, we'll be outside the castle walls.
Yeah, let's just head straight out here.
A nice spider webs. I'm sure we'll never encounter a giant spider.
Not too many giant spiders in this game.
Really?
No.
It's too cliche. Already done in another Souls game?
Hmm.
'Cause I know there were giant spiders in Souls games.
Yes.
Oh, don't worry about it. That's fine.
You know, we've snuck our way out of the castle, but I'm not sure we've been completely unnoticed.
Oh, it's fine. Nobody noticed. It's fine. Nobody's gonna stab us or the small child.
The divine heir. Last we stood together was your uncle's funeral.
Lord Genichiro.
You haven't heard of Lord Genichiro. This is the man himself.
I'm gonna stab him with a sword.
Mm-hmm.
Leave this to me.
I think it's much more likely we're about to get stabbed by a sword, but
You know how this is going.
I live in hope. Is this gonna be your second death?
Third?
Fifth?
So the noble Shinobi stands in our way.
Dude, your outfit is extremely extra.
Mm-hmm. This is Genichiro Ashina.
Genichiro Ashina.
He will start doing things that you will not be prepared for. Like that. We don't even know what those symbols mean, and even if we did, we're only prepared for some of them.
You literally cannot react to some of this shit.
Oh, you can, we just don't have the tools for it.
No, I mean like right now, you can't.
Yes, but only certain things. So,
I was right, we got stabbed by a sword. Well, slashed by a sword,
sliced.
I guess.
We lost that a little convincingly.
Why'd you have a giant fuck-off bow, sir?
He will use that.
Is that all the Shinobi has to offer?
That must be so hard to pull back. He must have the strongest fucking arms.
He does. So, whether you win that or not, and you can win that, you still lose that, and your arm gets cut off.
Oh, and our kid gets kidnapped.
Yep. They didn't kill him. There's a reason they don't kill him. Several, in fact. But we'll get there. Genichiro is big, but not as big as Owl.
Like, I know what it takes to
to pull a bow.
to pull a bow. My brother did archery.
Weirdly enough, we did not actually die there. We were kind of just left out in that flower field to die. And instead of dying, we were dragged back to this hut.
Armless?
Mm-hmm. He may have been able to help with that, though.
Nice, so you win the Tengu distraction, you lose the arm. That's gonna be very difficult to win that fight, right?
It's fairly difficult. There's only one specific thing that I'm missing that would, like, make it relatively easy for me.
What is this?
It's a pretty good prosthetic arm, honestly.
That it is.
So you're awake.
Hello.
Looks like death is not your fate. Just
Here you go. We're in the bone zone.
So, we got the Shinobi Prosthetic. It is basically made of bone. It's pretty impressive, though.
Extremely impressive.
In fact, it's better than an arm.
Yeah?
Let's, chat up the person who gave us this.
Alright, Gollum, what's up, buddy?
Something of a sculptor.
Yeah, that's a lot of statues over there. There was a statue in front of that door we went through.
Your eyes, the eyes of a wolf who has failed in his duties.
Ah, duties.
Yeah.
Seems to me.
That is not your concern.
Do you have any fine
Spoken like a
control
true
over the
Shinobi,
volume in this game?
I must come.
Might be able to see if I can raise the voices and lower the
Music?
surrounding noise.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
I feel like it's a little quiet.
Yeah.
If we have it set for the battle music.
Yeah, I think so. I think I can back out and still talk to him.
The strange one. Yet other peculiar visitors have come to this temple. There's one in the clearing to the right of the gate leading off the temple grounds.
I think it's just this
Two
loves
strangers
having a bone
in
zone in a
strange
video game.
circumstances. You two might get along.
I know, I'm very cool.
Guess we'll see if we missed his text or not. Alright. Blood, yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Alright, that might be a little bit better on it. We shall see.
Don't even know all the way up at 10. I think we should.
But
You again. I must carve the Buddha.
that's a little
You
better.
do what you will.
I'm gonna probably put the overall volume up a bit more.
Yup.
Back up to normal levels. It's about there, yeah.
Alright, so let's have some questions for the sculptor.
Hello?
Such as, well, how did I get here?
How'd I get
Why am I
here?
here? All I did was drag you here.
I can't
Didn't
be
even
pleasant.
know if I was dragging a corpse.
Then why'd you
Couldn't
drag
let
us?
You get eaten by a pack of wild dogs.
You could
Why
have.
was I asleep?
Some time has passed since I found you.
I see.
However, your master yet lives.
How do you
He's
know about
being
that?
held prisoner in Ashina Castle. They will soon make use of his bloodline. Looking at you, I'm sure you appreciate the value it has.
Turns out, no, we don't appreciate that, because Wolf is dumb as shit. In fact, we will ask about the Divine Heir's
This
blood.
creepy man knows way more than he should.
That he does.
What did you do to me?
That is what I call the Shinobi Prosthetic.
Because it's a
fitting
prosthetic
frame
for a
one-eyed
Shinobi.
wolf.
So one thing you might notice about
When it
this
comes
guy,
to carving Buddha, though,
he is also missing an arm.
Shinobi Prosthetic.
it is no mere replacement
Ah, does he
for
give
your
you
lost
it?
arm.
Hmm.
Is
Come
he
to
wearing
me
it?
if you find any Shinobi tools.
It's the right arm as well,
Shinobi
right?
tools.
Yes, it is.
Well, it's the left arm.
But
you
the
know?
correct arm.
It was the correct arm.
You catch on quick. If you bring me Shinobi tools, I'll find a way to fit them to the Shinobi Prosthetic.
Oh, hell yeah, just
Then
hammering them on.
you'll come to
Basically.
appreciate
Bash
There's a
them
little
on.
slot on there for him.
Hell yeah. Get out your
I
hammer.
said too much. Go now.
You have said too much, and yet.
Nope, we're
not
still
enough.
talking.
What did you mean when you said they'll make use of his bloodline?
I don't know much about him, except the dragon's heritage. There's a special kind of blood by that name. And that blood runs through your master's veins.
Dragon's blood is,
Someone's after him. Might be
really
that
rare
the
and
strange
powerful.
things
I know my
happening
lore.
to your body have something to do with that.
Strange things happening to our body, eh?
Like the fact that we're clearly dead
Yes,
man walking.
Right. That
you know.
kind-faced Buddha you see over there. Don't do anything funny with it.
Oh, let's go and do something funny to it.
I don't really have much funny I can do with
You
it.
see
Aww.
the kind-faced Buddha there? That isn't one of mine. It was carved by the true sculptor. When a man must confront what is inside of him, it can probably be of help.
Confront what is inside him.
Anger,
Inarawu.
sadness, or perhaps old memories of times long gone. That kind of thing.
You know, that sort of thing. Probably not important, and we will never be back here again, I'm sure. Well, he did say there was another guy. So this is the statue that we saw out there,
Yes, it
but
is
we can
indeed.
actually commune with it now. These are bonfires.
Okay. Hello, checkpoints.
Yep.
So, how do you save in this game? Is it just like a save anywhere?
Anytime that icon is on the top right of the screen, the game is saving. As with
Okay.
most Souls games, it is saving constantly.
So it's auto-saving.
Yep.
Right.
So, you know how I said pellets are everywhere?
Yeah, don't work out in front of the Buddha, you mean?
Pellets are fucking everywhere.
Hell yeah.
Hello, sir.
I did.
It was mentioned that there was someone else chilling here.
You're not as swole as our dad, sir. You're not impressive.
Name? Won't tell me. But you do have the look of a skilled shinobi.
Bye now.
A shinobi. Or perhaps... Sir, please heed my humble request. Face me in battle.
Fucking kill me.
Oh, holy shit.
Destroy me.
Hi.
Well, easy
Wow,
enough.
you really didn't have to do that to him.
You say that.
Ah!
Damn. Still alive.
I'm not sure how.
Well,
How immortal are you, my dude?
his name is Hanbei the Undying.
Oh. I'm extremely immortal then.
Thing to behold.
Fairly
If
immortal.
you have managed to kill me in such a thorough manner.
What are you?
Some call it undying. Others, infested.
I call it
can't
fucked up,
die,
man.
so I
Infested is a good word for
How
it.
about you? What brings you to a rundown temple like
Is
this?
he, bugs in a trench coat?
Seems you have a lot on your
Is
mind.
he an oogie boogie man?
You
Is
know-
what I'm
Use
saying.
me for some sword
We're not
practice.
gonna learn anything about that for a long time, whether he is or
A
isn't.
warm body that can't die might prove useful to you.
So he is essentially
Volunteer
the
mine.
practice to the combat practice guy.
He's the oogie boogie man.
That too,
Very
yes.
Right then, let's go. They say swinging one sword is a cure for boredom.
So we can basically practice various techniques with him.
You know, for an undying
In
man,
that
he seems
case,
pretty
my
chill.
stand is
Yeah,
yours.
you know, after it happens the first 10 or 20 times, kind of loses
Well, you know,
its...
a lot of people go kind of crazy when they become immortal and end up destroying the world. This guy seems pretty chill.
Oops. So the way these basically is we get more techniques, he will gain more things.
I don't think there is a man more chill than someone who lets you kill him over and over again for practice.
So unlike the dodge roll in earlier Souls games, there are not a lot of invincibility frames on this one.
Satisfying match.
The reason for that is that this game expects you to lean a lot more heavily on
Parry.
the parry deflect mechanics and standing your ground, learning enemy patterns.
He has a real good dive hog technique. Yeah.
But it's still pretty good to know when you should be kind of just stepping out of the way of an attack instead of trying to face it head on.
Have you noticed this
Nothing.
temple attracts those with nowhere else to go? I certainly
That's
fit
a
that
lot of
description.
fucking weirdos.
Yep.
And I suppose that's why interesting things make their way into the offering box from time to time.
You a goblin man?
Not so much.
Do we need to give him a sweet hat?
Come back whenever
No.
you like. If you
Yeah.
have
I
techniques to
know.
try out, I'm at your disposal.
Sure are, you cool but weirdo.
Mm-hmm. So basically, if you lose a key item through some sort of bullshit, it'll just show up in here. Every Souls game kind of has a thing that makes it so that you can't, like, soft lock yourself by despawning important items.
Alright.
That's all that's at the temple now, but I do assure you that eventually...
Will we bother
Others
that
will
Buddha
appear.
statue? Well, we will beather bother that statue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's...
So this is a door that you can, if you basically press yourself up against it, you'd be able to flip it, but it looks like someone's put up something around it, so... Not much doing for that. You weren't here before.
Oh, hello. Uh-oh. Hey, did you have an umbrella earlier?
Returned from the dead. The power of the dragon's blood.
We are dead.
I never thought
Okay,
I'd see
we are
it
dead
with my
now.
own
Okay.
eyes.
Who are you?
My name is Emma. I am a doctor serving a certain master.
What master?
Forgive me, but
Oh, she's not
for
evil.
his safety, I cannot reveal his identity. However, my master gave explicit orders to assist you in any way
Oh,
I
yeah,
can.
super evil. Super evil master
I'm
right
not
here.
telling you to trust me. However, I must fulfill my master's orders. The gourd of medicinal water you possess, that was originally a creation of mine. I am a doctor, and I will assist you in that capacity.
You made this gourd.
Yes, it was intended for
I mean, he
Lord
did
Kura,
have it.
but it seems he
Yep.
entrusted it to you.
And he did give
I'm
it to
sure
us.
you may have noticed, but the medicinal waters in this gourd spring forth
It
on
seems
their
to,
own.
you know, break
Even
all the
after
laws of
being
physics, but
emptied,
so does the rest
you
of
will
this
find
game.
it full again.
So,
Don't worry
after a
about
short
it. It's a
rest.
very cool
Yes.
gourd.
Is there a way to improve it?
Bring me gourd seeds.
Gourd seeds?
Yes, medicinal waters flow from gourd seeds.
As they
Adding
do.
new seeds will increase the volume of these medicinal waters. If you find any, bring them to me.
All
get
right.
better gourds
Alright.
by giving her shit.
You will get more gourd uses per try, so every time you find a gourd seed, it's one extra heal between rests, which is really fucking good.
No?
Sadly, we don't have any gourd seeds.
No.
I'd like to make a request.
What is it?
Uh-oh.
Please show me your face.
What?
This white mark, is it a birthmark?
No.
Then that must mean it appears on those who have received the dragon's
We're
heritage.
zombies?
Or perhaps
Hmm.
it's a symptom.
I think a symptom is probably more accurate.
Are you done?
Yes, that will be all. I'm
Stop
sorry.
staring at me.
That was rather rude of me.
It was a little bit.
So, it's not a birthmark.
No, obviously.
Then, or perhaps...
There we go.
Goodbye.
See ya.
Bye.
So given the fact that Emma is the person who gives us new gourd uses, we'll be talking with her quite a bit.
Totally not evil.
Nope. Not even slightly.
It is a death mark.
Alright, so we've got a grappling hook. The grappling hook is pretty sweet. There's this big old ravine here with the bridge out, but actually swing up an alternate way using this. The grappling hook is really, really good for just getting the fuck out of bad situations. The movement in this game is it just feels so good. Like, you're at such an advantage compared to your opponents, and it's awesome. Alright. Yes. You can also fast travel between...
Oh, I love fast travel.
Yep, between outskirt or between all the idols that you find. So you're always really, really happy when you find
Yeah,
another
we
one.
are. Fiverr, thank you for the resub. Who doesn't know the way of the... No, it's not the samurai, it's the shinobi.
Indeed. We're gonna kill a lot of samurai, though.
Yeah, the shinobi, like the ninjas and the samurai were basically,
Oh yeah, I love Way of the
Sometimes.
Samurai.
And to the Karmic Knight, thank you for the resub.
Yeah, thank you so much. Alright, we got some Ungo's Sugar, which, these sugar items basically give you various buffs. Apparently the monks spread this candy across Ashina in honor of her military heroes, like Ungo. So as with most Souls games, you're going to spend a lot of time kind of wandering around, grabbing every random item you can find. There's a few different paths we can go here, because we can be very vertical. Hello. We'll probably try to scour most of it. Ah, yes, if you miss this specific tutorial, it can be very easy to not know how to get money. Because every time you kill enemies, you don't pick up their drops automatically. You have to press and hold X to turn on the loot vacuum.
Okay, don't like that.
So you can see how this guy is like, you know, got a pile of money around him. If I turn on the Shinobi Vacuum, I will pull his money off of him, and any items.
Man, why did games start doing that?
I don't know. You can do this while in motion, though, and the range is actually quite large, so you basically get used to just doing whatever.
But it's so weird that the games gave you stuff when enemies died, and then, like, a few years ago they decided, no, we're actually
you
gonna
have
drop
to hit a
them,
button to
and
do
you
it.
now have to, like, pick them up, or suck them up, or do something, and it's like, no, just give me that. I killed the enemy. Give me the item. Why are you being weird? Instead of like 2.
Yep.
And it's not the only one that did it. There was just a
There have
big
been quite a
thing
few,
about
yes. So, stealth death blows. Another way to get a death blow is, predictably, death from above. If we get above someone who doesn't know that we're there, it is basically a free kill. You jump up on them, you press attack,
more after the fact,
and they fucking die.
You could just use those before you killed an enemy and get more, you know?
Get a ceramic shard here, which I've never fucking used, but I guess since it's given it to us, we might as well show it off.
Yeah, resubs are dropping emote prizes now. I think that's a pride thing.
Quite possibly. So yeah, this is in the same place as our, like, healing gourds and stuff. If we throw this at an enemy, it will make a noise, and they'll get all suspicious of us. Or at least suspicious of an area, but, they're not aware of us. Boop! So he hadn't seen us when he went around that corner, and we basically just slit his neck. Well, that's fun. If you're pressed up against a wall, you can just, fucking do that. Hey, buddy. So a lot of the combat in this game is about getting into a rhythm with the enemy's sword swings.
Yeah, from today until July 15th, you earn emotes for yourself and fellow community members by celebrating Pride with cheers.
For real? Nice!
Dressiel, thank you so much.
Thank you. If you cheer 300 bits or more, get a subscription or gift subs, you'll give out emotes.
There's a lot of guys around here.
Twitch will donate 10 cents to the Trevor Project and National Black Justice Coalition for every cheer over 300.
But this dumbass is walking through the woods.
300,000. 10 cents is not a lot, so. I guess if you're subbing anyone, it's just free money at charity, but I also wouldn't, I wouldn't go out of your way to give lots of money to Twitch.
So tall grass is really, really good because enemies get really stupid about it. Also, another way to kill enemies if they don't know that you're there.
I think the thing for me about having to pick up loot is, 1, I'll forget what I pick up anyway, so it doesn't help me there, and 2, I'll forget to pick up the loot.
That is very fair. I have eventually just put it into my muscle memory. Sizer Koze, thank you for the follow. See, I basically just have it in muscle memory where anytime I kill someone, I hit the X button. It's definitely rather silly, though.
I mean, interesting. Thanks much. And yeah, if you already have the bits, yeah, it's just like,
Yup.
They're only donating 10 cents, so.
The thing that I find really cool about this area is that you could go down the low road, just like kind of, you know, picking off all those fights the way that I did and sneaking around. It's also totally valid to just go up the high road, which has far fewer enemies and, like, basically lets you drop down and kill off anybody that you want. This game is really, really good at, like, encouraging you to play Souls in the way that I always played it anyway, which was sneak up on every enemy that I possibly could and kill them as hard as possible with backstabs. I think the reason this game clicked with me so hard was because that's the way that I already played from games, and this just gave me a ton of tools to be really fucking good at it.
Nice. Yeah, when it comes to like manual picking up, the thing is like we've been playing Hyrule Warriors again, and the fairies that you get there, they drop.
By the way, you can see sculptors' idols through walls and stuff, so you'll know that one's coming, and it's very, very hard for you to actually miss them.
Nice, nice.
Which is great.
But yeah, we'll often free a fairy and then forget to pick it up.
Yep.
We'll go over to a barricade and be like, why the fuck do we have a fairy? I know I free. Aww.
It drops near you, but it doesn't drop on you. Ah, yes, going down doesn't give me an easy way to go back. I will say one thing about this game that you might not like so much.
No.
There are a lot of pups, and we are going to kill a lot of pups in this game.
No.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Like a lot of pups. If it's any consolation, he's attacking me.
You attacked him first!
True, but he would have attacked me.
No, don't give me that bullshit. You jumped out from above and attacked him out of nowhere. This is all on you. They're not bad dogs. We attacked an innocent pup.
Well, hey.
You cannot pet the dog in Sekiro.
You cannot pet the dog in Sekiro. I guess in some ways you are the dog in Sekiro, but...
And see, now that I've killed one dog, every other dog avenging its brethren is attacking you.
Of course.
Because you killed one of their own and they know it. They can smell it.
They can smell it on you, for sure.
So now you're just a monster.
Yeah, a little bit. Alright, Shuriken Wheel. This is basically our first Shinobi Prosthetic, so we should probably go back to the sculptor. Because he did mention...
That's true.
That if we found any of these, we should probably go hit him up. And conveniently, the game gave us a idol right near him. Yeah, there we go. You get used to seeing that anytime there's one of these like gnarled branches or like trees of a certain shape around, that you can always grapple to them. Grappling points in this game are pretty consistent.
After rest that statue, the dogs come back to life. Okay.
Yes, the dogs are
and then
immortal
you can
in a
kill
sense.
them again, you monster.
You're not wrong. If it makes you feel better...
No, it doesn't!
I can go to the previous idol and just take the high road, which will let me avoid the doggos.
Yes, please. Please stop killing the dogs.
Mm-hmm. Hello there, good sir.
I found one.
A shinobi tool?
Yeah, it was on a dead body.
You said before that your prosthetic arm was a fang, but by fitting shinobi tools to your arm, you'll be able to change the form of that fang.
Hell yeah.
Make shields, break them into splinters.
Not
Swift
yet.
foes, bring them down from afar.
Just that,
though.
Fitting more devices means more ways to
Slay the
your
pups.
enemies. If there's someone
Shurikens are very good at killing pups, actually.
That's all there is to it.
Seems you know this prosthetic pretty well.
Very well.
It was attached to you at some point,
The more I
perhaps?
speak of bloodshed, the more demonic my sculptures will become. Give it here. I'll fit that tool.
There's a
for
lot of
you.
statues, dude.
And they are all Buddhas of Wrath. But hey, we can now fit new prosthetic tools, such as the loaded shuriken. This is basically our ranged weapon, and all of these work as sub-weapons, basically.
Does the shuriken have ammo, or...?
Yes, and there is sort of a united ammo system in this.
Okay.
No matter what I do,
There we go.
any Buddha I carve is an incarnation of wrath. Thus is the fate of those who owe a deep karmic debt. You'll understand.
I'm very angry
when you
Buddhist.
try carving one for yourself
All of these.
one day. So
He did mention that this was a kind, that one in the corner is a kind Buddha. That said, we did have all this talk, so,
if you want more forms for that fang of yours,
I sure do.
you'll need to search for more shinobi
All right.
tools.
You'll find more corpses and loot them.
Now, the least I can do is load your arm.
Good guy?
We're fine. We're morally ambiguous.
Fair enough. Everything around here does seem a little monstrous, so...
There's a lot of monsters going around, as we're going to find out. Catch the loaded shuriken.
You need?
Ammo, please.
Another time, then. I'll lend you shelter anytime.
Alright, we don't currently have any of the ammo for it, but... we picked some up.
Hey.
So spirit emblems are basically used for all prosthetic tools and several other things. You get them by killing enemies. You get them from just randomly in the world. They're like big glowy spots that fly over to you, and they'll let you do stuff.
Cats are not cops, it's true.
They're sort of weird because, like, they are the kind of system where you can run out of them and kind of have to farm them. But in our case, we will almost certainly have a massive, like, stock of them that refills every time we rest at an idol. We can use cash to purchase emblems, though, should we wish.
Cash money.
Yep.
It's true, all cats are baby.
Alright, so I'm not going to go to the gate path, because that would necessitate us going down. I suppose, actually, I can skip above the doggos.
Hello.
Yeah, it's like if you really, really lean on the tools, you can like never really build up a supply of them, but most of the time it's not going to be a problem. Whee! Dogs are suspicious of us, but they are not dying.
Oh, that you can kill.
Happy to, because if not, it will alert everyone of my presence.
An evil rooster? Yeah, absolutely.
You got it. Alright. Now that we've dealt with that, and we're kind of just wandering around up here.
I don't really like birds.
That's fair.
I probably should. I mean, my grandma used to keep budget.
So there is actually a thing down there that we could do. I am going to do that eventually, but I'll explain why that may have messed me up slightly in my first playthrough at a later point.
Went down there?
Yes. Instead, I am going to look at this guy here.
Wow.
So as you can see, that guy's got 2 health pips, which means that he is a mini-boss.
He's drunk.
Probably a little bit. He's suspicious of us now, but it is actually quite easy to kind of sneak around this whole set of roofs without him seeing you. And then, like, death blow him for one of his health bars. Almost all the mini-bosses in the game you can do that, by the way. But, we're just gonna take him head-on, because I could use some practice. This will finally explain to us what Perilous Attacks are. These were the little symbols that came up when Genitrio was attacking us. And they are basically like super attacks that are either unblockable or will do a ton of posture damage to you. There's 3 basic types, which are thrust attacks, sweep attacks, and grab attacks. Grab attacks are as bullshit as they've always been in Souls games. You basically just have to get out of the way of them. Sweep attacks you can jump out of the way of and do some pretty good posture damage to them, but it can be quite tough. Thrust attacks we can't actually deal with yet. It says deflect here, but there's a much better way to deal with them that we haven't unlocked yet. We'll get there eventually. But let's go take Namori Kawawara. If you jump on an enemy that is doing a long sweeping attack, you actually do a ton of posture damage. It's just quite difficult to do because you sort of have to do a neutral jump rather than a directional jump. I haven't unlocked midair deflects either. Yes, if you get knocked down on the ground, you can roll out of the way. And this will be really important because enemies will attack you while you're down.
Yeah, I mean, as they should.
If I back up and pellet. So yeah, a lot of the time when I'm dodging the sweeping Perilous Attacks, I will basically mess that up or not get the super attack out of it. Like that. But that's fine, just getting out of the way of them is good enough. Ah, he broke our posture and tried to grab us, but we got the fuck out of there.
Yeah, we did. You know.
There we go. And for that, we get a prayer bead.
Ooh.
Prayer beads are pieces of heart.
Ah.
If you get 4 of them, you will be able to get a bigger health bar. Gourd seeds. As Emma mentioned to us, each time we find one of these, we can go back to her and get more heals.
You know, with us being called Okami and all, this is a From Software version of Okami.
Something like that, although that won't be our only name. Hello.
Is the aesthetic as well. Someone called Isun.
Mm-hmm.
Prayer beads, you got those in Okami.
Yep. So yeah, I'm just immediately gonna go back after beating that guy. Because gourd seeds are just too fucking important.
I'm glad you've come, Master Wolf.
Give her a gourd seed. And yes, if you deflect a thrust attack,
yes.
you'll actually
Bring
still
it
take
here.
a bunch of posture
Grab the
damage.
seed into the gourd. Perfect. Now the volume of medicinal waters in your gourd will increase.
Such a strange medicine.
Is it strange?
It's pretty strange.
I don't take any offense to that. If it's effective, then that's cause for celebration, whether it's strange or not. That's what my mentor Dogen taught me.
I see.
Please bring me any other gourd seeds you find. I should be able to further increase the volume of the medicinal water.
Hell yeah.
Happy to.
Goodbye.
Off. Now.
Let's see. Ah, yes, we have not quite filled our bar yet. That'll... We haven't leveled up, which is why we haven't gotten to this
Scotland
thing.
would absolutely fill with mini bosses wielding claymores.
Lousy with mini bosses.
Not bears, though. Bears does not exist. Brave said so, but it's not true. No bears.
Alright. Well, back on our way.
Respecting what film you're watching, Scotland's full of dragons.
Occasionally. This area here is going to be one of our first sort of big enemy areas, because there are a lot of people around here. We're going to be big sneaky.
Thistles? Absolutely. Lots of thistles.
Yeah, get the lay of the land up
We also,
here.
unfortunately, do not have unicorns, despite that being our national animal.
That guy's going to go walk over there. Have something interesting to say.
Talk to yourself, buddy?
Nah, there's another guy over there.
Ah, I see him.
Yeah, if we let that guy walk all the way over here, we'll get an eavesdrop. Maybe we'll actually be able to hear this one.
This battle, do you think it can be won? I fear we may not prevail.
What? We'll be just fine. Look, Ishin may be sick, but he's still going strong. Genichiro is a terror with the bow.
Ah, it's a
We have
fucking
Gyobu the
bow.
demon.
Ah, Gyobu, of course. Good point.
Of
Classic
course,
Gyobu.
Gyobu.
No man could ever breach the Ashina.
Haha, no man, you say.
Alright, well, we've got a little bit more flavor. People sure are confident that everything will be fine.
They have a demon on their side. How could it possibly go wrong?
Boing!
Oh shit.
There is a man with a gun shooting at us, but all things in due time.
Guns back then weren't accurate. It's
Exactly.
fine. Sure, they're actually more accurate in this game than they were in real life.
Why, yes. Yes, they are. Alright, well, we've taken care of 2 of them. Folks are a little bit suspicious right now, but, you know.
What would possibly be suspicious of? He's not suspicious. What about his day?
So oftentimes when you get noticed by one enemy, you won't necessarily be noticed by another. They'll get suspicious, but they won't necessarily, not be susceptible to death blows. Well, we've been noticed by a few people, but I'm sure it's fine.
They're in the grass now, no one's seen. Oh, except that guy right in front of us. He was very sneaky, I didn't see him.
All grass, good for covering people.
Oh, hello.
Yep, there's a large man with
That's
a mallet.
a large man right there.
Large man, large mallet.
Big lad.
There's a lot of large lads in this game.
Like our dad.
Mm-hmm. Hello. Bye-bye. Hello, large lad. I think it's time to do battle. Ah, wait, there's another guy here. Alright. As I said, battle with a large lad. He missed. Punches, my dude. By the way, blocking will make your stamina refill much faster. That is quite a long combo you have there.
Big boy. You are pretty strong to be able to just take a blow from that mallet.
Ah, we're deflecting it with our sword, so it's totally fine.
Oh yeah, sure, it doesn't, yeah.
As long as you deflect it with your sword, it basically does no damage to you.
It has no strength behind it.
Got a balloon of wealth, which is basically money drops increased for a short time. It's a usable item. Quite nice, but the money in this game is non-existent until like way, way later. Or rather, you will always be super short of money at all times until much, much later in the game. That guy was waiting to ambush us. Didn't work. Make our way down here. I think we've killed most of the things around that might pose an issue for us.
You did have a hell of a jump for a large lad.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's just got the ups here.
Yup. Ginormous ups. Ah, there's a lady over there. She is, in fact, not mean.
Well, she doesn't seem all there.
No, especially considering the state of her house.
Oh, is that you, Inosuke? My
No.
son. Have you seen the young master?
He was kidnapped.
I'm not your son.
I am not your son.
There you go again, Inosuke. You always tease that I'm getting senile, but a mother knows her own son. Well, anyway, take this bell.
Oh,
it's a
thanks.
charm I made with the young master in mind. Please, offer it to Buddha for
Oh, are we gonna mess with the Buddha?
Yep.
Yeah, let's mess with the Buddha.
This allows you to mess with the Buddha with the
Hell
Young
yeah.
Lord's Bell Charm. Protect their holders through the Buddha's divine protection. If one find themselves the owner of a bell, offer it to a Buddha, such as the one at the Sculptor's Temple.
I mean, have you done the... Is it a 100% run you did?
Yes, I did everything.
Do you know how long it took you? Is there like an in-game
my son.
hour
Have you
counter?
offered the bell charm to Buddha?
It's
Have you
around,
tried the
but
rundown
like
temple with
only...
that stubborn sculptor in it? I'm sure you'll find Buddha there.
There's a ton of Buddhas there, yes. So she will even tell you, yo, go take this to the temple with the sculptor. Oh, a ton of chickens.
Oh.
Sorry about that. That was Epic Games Launcher just decided to knock it down, and I think basically I was just running circles around. Whoops.
Epic Games Store does that. It pops up for no fucking reason. We really need to just like task manager it away.
Yep.
There's basically no way to stop it from doing that stupid shit apart from telling it to fuck off completely.
Yep.
I do not like the Epic Games.
No. So hey, we were able to grab a bit extra money. Maybe by stealing it from that lady's house, but you know.
She doesn't need it.
Hello, sir.
Are you also undying or just dying?
He's dying.
Yes.
That voice.
No.
Could it be? Sir, my name
Recognizes
is
us.
Inosuke Nogami.
Oh.
A vassal of the
Hi.
Hirata family.
Your mom's
Or at least I
over
was.
there.
I ask a favor.
He knows.
Might you look in on the old lady in that house? She's my mother, but her mind is failing. She cannot tell one from another.
I met your mother. She gave me a bell.
She did she? You have my thanks. That bell's troubled her for a long, long time. She kept muttering incoherently. Something about offering it to Buddha.
Ah, good.
Yeah, I guess you guys got to see what was happening while we were scrambling.
I saw what was happening in the thing. I think we were just running in a circle around
We
the
literally
rooster.
couldn't see that because
We couldn't
the
tell.
screen went down. The game went down for us.
So the game is very strongly hinting that we should go back, but I'll show the real thing that tells you why you should go back.
Okay.
I'll also mention something, but let's start climbing. Yes, we can't quite do it here, but I think if I go up to here... Whee! Ah, missed that drop. Like coin purse. There's a tent over there.
Oh.
I wonder if I could make this jump or not. Well, if I had actually jumped, I might have. Usually you will stop before the edge of a ledge. Like, this game has made it much easier to jump off of things, like, on purpose. Not quite. We can get around from the other side. I head over this way. Yeah, there's like a whole backside over to here, and that's a climb up. So if I go down here...
Is there any fall damage in this game?
There is, yes.
But is it a real good
It's a
height?
decent amount of height because you can do a lot of vertical shit. Also, no matter how far you fall, if you grappling hook, which I failed to do there, you will basically catch the grappling hook. Yeah, I know. Telling me to heal because I'm bad at video games. Just go over this way instead of using that hook. But you'll negate fall damage with a grappling hook no matter how far you've fallen. It's nice. Anyway, if I head up to here, I should be able to hook onto that. And have a talk with this man in a tent.
Man in tent?
Yep, there he is.
Ah, yes, hello, man in tent.
Care to purchase an offering?
An offering?
Indeed. I sell items to be offered to the dead, so they might rest in peace. From the looks of you, I'd wager you know a thing or
No.
two about death. Go ahead, buy an offering.
The thing we want is these. It's worth noting when you die, you will lose half of your money. A way to circumvent that is by buying these light coin purses. When you use them, you'll get 100 sen, and you won't lose them on death. So that basically means that you can use those to store currency that you're not using if you think you're about to die a whole bunch of times for a nominal fee. But Robert's Firecrackers is a prosthetic tool, and it's one of the better ones in the entire game.
Well, we can sell some light coins. Or use them?
We have a few, yeah.
Where
As
you
with all
find
Soul
the
games.
departed, you'll find the memorial mob.
A
Just
memorial
like
mob?
the crows.
Just like the
Wherever your
crows.
travels take you, make sure you bring some offerings with you.
You got it, buddy.
Alright, weirdo.
Alright. Yes, we do have
Ah,
enough
we have
coin
enough.
purses.
Yeah.
So as in most Souls games, these kinds of store money items are, you have to explicitly use them. You can at least use them in bulk in this game, which was not always a thing. There we go, some Robert's firecrackers. Yeah, boy, the memorial mob sounds a lot more, I guess pathetic's not really the word for it, but...
Sinister?
Certainly sinister.
Don't use that thing around here. You'll scare the crows. They're very intelligent. Leaps and bounds smarter than other animals. Cruelty won't be tolerated.
He's telling us that about the firecrackers.
Don't shoot the crows?
Don't scare the crows with firecrackers.
They'll fuck you up?
Sold by little Robert and his father to raise funds for their travels. The voyage brought them to Japan to seek the undying, attempt to extend Robert's life.
Skill.
Ah, yes. Ah, we're level 1 now, so that actually should, I think, mean that we can go back and finally get the skill tree.
You don't hit crows, they remember. They know, they will fuck you up. Crows are very, very smart.
The only time you should ever fuck with crows is in El Gigante's arena in Resident Evil 4. They drop grenades. Alright, well, we have a few things to talk about with the sculptor.
What is it?
Seems to me your battle sense has returned.
First, he's going to tell us about
like
skills.
A shinobi than before, if only a little. Take this.
Take this. You get the Shinobi Esoteric text. This is the first skill tree in the game, and those skill points are basically for building up your skill trees. There is one extremely important technique.
Techniques recorded within are fighting techniques that cannot be performed by samurai.
Samurai,
Whether
too
you
stupid to
make use
use
of them
these.
or not is up to you. Shinobi aren't the only ones with their own fighting techniques.
So yes, now it's explaining how skill trees work and how we'll actually get experience for killing enemies. We've been getting it the entire time, it just hasn't been displayed on the bar at all. I believe it should now start being displayed on the top left? The one most important skill, like fuck Whirlwind Slash, the one that we need is Mikiri Counter. We're eventually going to be getting a lot of these, but Mikiri Counter is the thing that allows you to stop thrust attacks. In fact, it turns thrust attacks into a really big advantage for you. So it's basically, instead of trying to dodge out of the way, you want to step straight into them, and you will stomp down on their weapon, which will inflict a huge amount of posture damage. We can't get it yet because we're not level 2, but that will be the first skill that we buy.
So is it like a point thing?
Yes. Whenever you kill enemies, you'll get experience. It hasn't been showing up on the HUD yet, but it will. Now that we've got a textbook for it. Yeah, Mikiri countable as being purchasable is like dodge being in every platinum, is being buyable in every platinum game. That's basically what it is. When we get to level 2, I am just basically immediately going to sell the farm and go grab that. I could talk to the sculptor about the bell, but again, I'm going to actually go a little bit further. There is a very distinct point here where the game is like, yo, turn around. You can beat it without turning around, and in fact, I'm going to explain why I did in fact beat it without turning around. But figure we might as well do this. I might as well show this off beforehand. So you know how I mentioned that there was another way around up here? If you were to say, look down here, you might notice that there's a ledge you could fall down to. This will do some fall damage to us. But not kill us.
Oh, it's fine then.
Yeah. For trouble, we find a cave. Cave is a bundled Jizo statue. Restore a node of resurrective power. Not important. We'll never die, so it's fine.
Yeah. I don't feel we should be stealing that.
An offering.
Not to us.
No. Whee. So, if you were to fall down there and you were to, say, continue along this path over here, you know, you'll come up over here, and basically progress is in this direction. Sir, I'm giving an explanation, so please notice me later. It would be very easy to, I don't know, miss the fact that there is an NPC over there with a bell. On my first playthrough, I didn't find that bell. And we're gonna see why that's kind of unfortunate. But, hey, we'll get there. I did not get the thing related to the bell until I was maybe 2/3 of the way done with the game. That said, the way that we've just approached now makes this encounter a lot easier, because that man's got a very large cannon.
He sure did.
And if he was to notice us from, like, down at the doorway where we would have come in normally, he would be shooting at us while we fought our way through, like, 4 or 5 samurai. So let's just deal with that.
Very big gun.
Got some black gunpowder.
Nice.
We will be able to upgrade our tools eventually, but for now, have that. Ah, man back there. Luckily, those aggro markers are very, like, noticeable, which means, like, when you start to see yourself being noticed, you go, oh shit, and go back into hiding.
Oh, we didn't hear that.
Nope, didn't see it either, which is probably the most impressive part. Although, you want to see something really fun?
Yeah.
Yo, bro, too late. Yeah, if 2 guys are talking like that, you can almost always get a shot in on one of them. With, like, the other will notice you, but it won't be in time to warn the first one, and you'll get a backstab out of it, and it's great. Well, that takes care of that. Game's telling us about sprinting so that we can get away from the maniac wielding a cannon, who is currently not bothering us.
We're dead. He's a little bit dead already.
A touch dead, yes.
Slightly dead. Marginally dead.
Yep. Can't do much about this door. Much too big for us to open.
We ain't no big boy.
Nope, not a large enough boy.
We ain't no swole lad. Ain't our dad. The bonfire.
Yep. You know, big old bonfire outside of this doorway. You can go up there, and that is progress, but, looks like there's a fun jumping course down there, so...
Oh boy. That's a big piece of snake skin.
Isn't it?
Is there a big old snake around here somewhere?
No.
I think you mean yes.
That is the item drop equivalent of the Mibu balloon, of the wealth balloon. They are all Mibu, named after Mibu Village. Which, you know, maybe we'll go someday.
Totally a giant snake across that wall.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Not the first notion.
What left that giant snake skin then?
Could be
anything. What could it be other than a giant snake?
And Corp logo. Thank you for the follow.
Thank you for the follow. I hope you're not a giant snake.
That would be unfortunate. Just gunning around.
Giant Australian. And I think that might actually be worse than a giant snake. However, you guys are not fooling me. There's a giant snake past this wall.
Oh.
He's slithering around there somewhere. Whoop. That is terrifying.
Isn't it?
You've decided to forego the wall, I see.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh, there's a giant snake here. No, instead, there is an idol.
True, there are a lot of snakes in Australia. That's a knife.
That's a rooster.
It's a rooster. Dead rooster.
Big old red mark over there. There's also a man down there.
Dude, hey dude.
And he is friendly. Let's go
Dude.
chat him up.
I know you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. You're that good Sir Shinobi.
Oh, he likes us. We're fine then.
I haven't seen you since, well, since that
You don't
night.
really remember that
night?
Could you, like, tell us a little bit more?
Well, we are asking about that night.
Yeah.
What night?
You don't remember?
No, not really.
I see. You don't remember.
Well, tell me then, asshole.
Sir, you and I, we've met before. I was a thief back then. But those days are behind me. Now, I'm an upright and honest merchant.
Yeah.
The
Sure,
problem is, I'm broke. And being broke, I don't have anything to sell. So, good sir, would you mind lending me just a few coins to get my business going?
My business
Something
going.
useful just for you. You bet I will. And as a little bonus, I'll tell you all about that night. What do you think? Pretty good deal, right?
Sure, I'll purchase information for 10 sen.
Here's some coin.
Thanks, good sir.
Now talk.
Yes, of course. That night. So my gang broke into the Hirata estate.
As you do.
Now, as you're aware, the Hirata family is part of the Ashina.
I ain't aware of
Now,
anything,
normally
buddy.
they mop the floor with petty thieves like us. I mean, no sweat. But it just so happens we broke in during a battle. Yeah. Almost all the young samurai were away from home, and it was a prime opportunity.
I love this guy.
He's great.
Then we started a fire and cleaned out the place.
I know, I am loving his English voice actor.
You were looking for something. At least, that's what it looked like to me. And, well, that's all I know about that night.
I see.
Yeah, that look.
Oh, very
you're
much,
making
dude.
now,
You sound
you had that
very
same look on your
depressed
face
with
that
him.
night.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
still
mean, we are dead.
looking
Yeah.
We do
like
have
some-
reason to be completely depressed. Our lord is
Listen,
kidnapped and is about to be
good sir,
stabbed for his
a
blood.
price,
And we're
might
dead.
be able to tell you some other tidbits you might
Other
find
tidbits?
useful. For a price, of course. I'm a merchant now, you know. So
We
Very
are.
respectable.
We are the saddest shinobi.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we'll pay
I'll
you
buy
more
some
money,
information.
thank you very much for your patronage. Since you're a shinobi, I'll give you some information about shinobi.
You know, I would like to learn about
Yeah,
those.
hit me up.
Now, I've seen this tube. A tube.
Tube?
Fire
A
blasting out
tube?
of it. Huh? When we broke into the Hirata estate, one of my pals nabbed one. That's the sound the fire makes when it blasts out.
Did you write fapoo on this?
A fire-shooting tube at the Hirata estate. I'll keep that in mind.
Kaboom!
Boy, we sure are hearing a lot about this Hirata estate. The old lady and her son did also mention they were vassals of the Hirata estate. Or at least they used to be.
Hello.
Hmm.
Memory. Dead horses.
Some very dead horses.
This man was from Hirata. I must pay my respects.
Lord Kuro.
Lady Emma, are there other Hirata survivors?
They know each other.
There are very few of us left.
I see. Apologies.
I don't know if I can
There's
trust
no
someone who
end
doesn't
to
tell us
the
who they're
dragon's
worth.
heritage. This was their fate. Because of those that pursued me.
Working for him.
I didn't mean to involve them.
I still haven't actually used the
There are
tool.
rocks on this.
Yeah, to help hold the thatching down. Raphael Zombe, thank you for the follow.
Thank you. Bone your dragons.
How to bone your dragon. Alright. So up ahead is going to be the roadblock that I mentioned. Let's chat up these guys.
Is there a roadblock if you can get past it?
I mean, you know.
Oh, Growly.
I don't feel safe with that big bastard just tied up next to us. I'd rather not be gravely injured just before the war begins. Ah, if the worst happens.
Ah, so does the bell get you like fire stuff, and you don't get fire stuff without it, or
more or less? I mean, we did just hear about that flame barrel.
Yeah.
Well, these two have far more important, pressing things to worry about.
Yeah, having dragon heritage is always a bad thing. Dragon blood, it will get you killed. I mean, you know, 3 houses.
So.
Hello.
This guy is a wall for a lot of players. I'm not sure whether I should give him a red hot go or not.
I'm not sure he's a chain. You should totally give him a red hot go.
There is one particular attack that he has where he really fucking goes for you.
We don't have like any money.
Ow. You ready for some wrestling?
Fucks you up, dude.
He sure does. Whoop. That grab is very hard to avoid. Oh, hey! That's a different color.
Ah, it sure is.
Loyal wolf, take my blood and live again.
This is one of the big mechanics of the game. If you die, you can actually resurrect yourself on the spot with half of your health. But you only get a limited number of uses of it, basically. So yeah, whenever you rest at your sculptor's idol, it'll fill up again 1 charge, and there's additional charges on top of that killing enemies will refill. No. You know what? Fuck this. I don't need this.
You don't need this in your life.
I'm out.
Chase you for a bit.
I didn't think he'd go through that doorway, and yes, it looks like he hasn't. So yeah, that ogre is honestly one of the harder mini-bosses in the game, just because those grab attacks come out so quickly. And a lot of that is because you're really meant to kind of go back and get him some, get some tools that'll make it easier to deal with him. He'll still be really tough with those tools,
So you had to
but
fight
he is
him
workable.
without the tool then? So you fought him like that until you...
Basically, until I could beat him properly. And that's 2 health bars worth, so I had to fill up his bar twice. Instead, we're going to do this the quote-unquote intended way. Now granted, a lot of people kind of had the thing I did, maybe not as dramatic as I did, but certainly similar experiences to me. And you'll also notice that above our health bar now, we have those little pips. Those are our resurrections. The one that is filled up, or that is like not full yet, will fill up as we kill things. I don't think you have anything new to tell me, but
Yes.
I saw you and
hello.
Lord Kuro in a vision.
A vision?
Yes.
You were looking at a
Where
dead
is
horse.
Lord Kuro right now?
He's being kept near the keep at Ashina Castle. The gate to the castle, however, is shut.
I see.
Uh-oh.
So we'll have to find a new way. And it's gonna involve going through that chained ogre, but maybe after a bit of a diversion.
I can hear the ring of a bell chime.
You mean this old bell?
Yeah,
An
this
old
bell.
woman asked me to offer it to Buddha.
That bell. Have you seen it before?
No.
No, it is unfamiliar.
It appears the bell disagrees.
Oh, fuck that bell!
Tell you
Fucking bell, what does it know?
Give it as an offering.
Fucking
The
bell doesn't know
time-faced
shit, buddy.
Buddha near the wall is different from the Buddhas I make.
It's a happy
It was
Buddha.
carved by the hand of the true sculptor.
Anything
No matter
else?
what you'll
Nope, doesn't look it.
Another time, then. I'll lend you shelter anytime.
Alright. Alright, well, we can now pray to this true sculptor's Buddha. Oh yeah, I forgot, I am holding some firecrackers.
Anyway, do what you will. Offer the bell to Buddha. Or don't. So, need something.
Yeah, I totally forgot that I bought the firecrackers because I'm dumb. Alright, we got the Shinobi firecrackers, which I will use probably quite a bit. I'll try to use the shuriken more because I feel like I didn't use that enough in my first run.
Another time, then.
Am I level 2 yet? Nope, not yet. Oh, we'll get there pretty quick. Let's offer this bell up.
Close your eyes. Hear the bell speak to you.
This is dumb, sir.
Bells don't speak, sir. Hey,
The
fuck's
bell's
face.
chime will stir your
Gonna give you some new
thoughts
powers.
and awaken old memories from their slumber.
As one does.
I love memories.
3 years ago.
That's stamped on his memory.
Hmm.
Hello. Three years ago, and we have all our stuff.
Don't worry about it. It's gonna get more confusing. If it makes you feel any better, Wolf is just as confused about it.
Ah, the Hirata estate.
We've been hearing so much about.
Say, with a potential fire weapon.
It does appear to be
you
on
say.
fire. Whee! So, this is one of those ninjas that we stole the prosthetic tool off of, and also that grabbed Kuro at in the first cutscene with Genichiro.
You're the son of... Ow.
Yeah, that's us. Son of Swole, Dad.
What happened?
Thieves at Hirata Estate. You must hurry. The divine heir.
He's fine.
What year is it?
What year? An odd question.
Tell me.
It's the year of the Dragon Spring Pilgrimage.
Tells me nothing.
That was 3 years ago.
The Dragon Spring Pilgrimage. That was 3 years ago. What is this? The sculptor...
Imagine someone asking what year it is.
Could you give me some help?
Don't remember any of this.
No. Okay then.
This is the past.
So like I said, Wolf is kind of just as confused as you are. But, well, there are thieves. As was mentioned.
And kill some thieves.
That we will. We're gonna steal their dowsing powder. Burn status.
Well, no wonder we don't remember that night. We hadn't played it yet.
Exactly. Now you're getting it.
We have to not kill that very nice merchant dude, though.
Yeah. These guys are not very, strong. They do have fire, though.
Well, seems like he would help people for no reason.
Alright, a thing that if you were, just playing Dark Souls, you wouldn't be used to,
Fish.
is that Wolf can swim.
And there's big deadly fish.
Nah, these are the non-deadly types. They are treasure carps. There are deadly fish, though.
I know they're deadly fish. I saw you. There was a big old fucking fish. I haven't seen much of this game. Just
But
snippets.
you are aware of a big fish.
Snippets of looking over while he was playing and I was playing something else. I did see the big fish, though.
Well, probably not important.
There's a big fucking fish.
So yeah, this whole area with the river is actually quite explorable. And there are quite a few of these treasure carp around. They
Like you're
will
being
run the fuck
very
away
mean.
from them.
You're being very mean. These
Look.
fish aren't doing anything. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Feed it elixirs. Feed it elixirs.
Well, about that.
Know about carp scales?
Oh, do not like.
Tales of the treasure card.
What kind of fae are you creepo?
He is in fact not a fae.
He's a pot monster?
He is a man.
He's not a man.
He is actually a man.
He's not a man.
We'll get there.
He's not a man.
This is Pot Noble Harunaga.
So you tell me that Goblin was a man. It's not a man.
He wishes for scales, and he will give you things for scales. There's quite a few nice things with these. We will definitely want this Withered Red Gourd. The Mask Fragment won't do much for us until we can get all of it, so it's probably not worth picking up for now, especially for being that expensive. And there's also a Floating Passage text, which basically is a special attack that we can use in the water.
Skill, yeah.
So I'll probably try to see if I can get a second Treasure Carp scale around somewhere and buy this Withered Red Gourd, because it's a reusable, like, lower your fire damage, lower your burn damage source.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Which is quite good.
We just need to
There
kill
is
one
a
of those
fish that is a bit suspicious
Kill that
of
fish.
me right
Kill
now.
that fish. Well, that fish. No, that fish has had enough. The fish had enough of you.
So that's basically how Treasure Carp work. They will swim the fuck away the
Saw
second
you
they
and
notice
was
you.
like,
No thanks.
I ain't fucking with that shit. I don't, you weirdo.
It's quite difficult to fight them.
You haven't like done a talk down?
Yeah. Oh, hell no. The ones on the surface you can get, the ones that are not really so much. Yeah, they will like basically respawn again immediately, and you can also chase them down. It will get easier to deal with them later. Yes.
Stealth is for idiots and losers.
Exactly. They're really good at detecting you, I should say.
That's fish for you.
Alright, well, you bought a bottle from them.
So can you upgrade those, or do you buy more?
Those ones, I believe it should just have 5 uses and it stays that way forever. I wonder if we can talk to him now or if we have to spend him.
If you have,
Nope, not yet.
bring me some scales next time.
Oh man.
Bring me some scale.
Can't live in pots.
Oh.
Creepy, gross hand.
By the way, I have some bad news. The bad news is that shurikens are really good against dogs.
Not a doggy.
Shurikens are really, really good against dogs. They will basically instant kill them. The Shinobi Firecrackers are quite good against dogs. I haven't actually up. You can have up to 3 prosthetic tools on, and you can switch through them with the Y button, or in this case, the triangle button. But yeah, I tend to find the loaded shuriken is best because it one-shots them. A kinder, gentler death for an Awu. They'll get better. We could have walked across the bridge and had a fight with a whole bunch of people at once, but that's good eyesight, dude.
Wow.
He's like on the bridge.
Yeah.
And have a whole bunch of dogs sicked on us. A bit late, dude. He tried to call the dogs on us.
Dogs are all very dead.
Yes. That guy didn't hear a thing.
Not the. He did see us from very far away, but
Yeah, not really sure how that happened. Well, let's pop into the Hirata estate proper. I'm sure that this very menacing music doesn't mean anything.
No boss in here.
No. There's an idol, though.
We're just gonna sit and have a nap. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm. Almost level 2. Should get it pretty. Ceramic shard. Whee! That whole path is being patrolled by people.
Night and down.
Indeed. Wow, perfect. Vacuum up that cache. And then sit at the Buddha's idol like nothing happened. Alright, there we go. We finally have the Mikiri counter.
So this is like the thing you prioritize?
Yes, this should be the first upgrade that you buy in this game, full stop. It is, like, basically it should be part of your basic kit, but I think they have it not that to kind of teach you about using your skill tree and, like, make sure you know that it's really important. There is a boss in this area that will really try to impress the importance of the Mikiri counter onto you. Pop up on the other side. Archer trying to hide here. Click. He is not slick.
You're just slicker.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, they didn't even notice me.
Ah. Oh shit.
Hello.
It's like, I understand not wanting to like overwhelm the player with too United first, but so many games do hide like basic shit. Like Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is way worse for it.
Like Kingdom Hearts hides guard and roll from you forever.
Does not open from this side. I would say Mikiri counter is the one skill that like I wish was in the base kit. But yes, it's definitely like, well man, why isn't this?
Yeah, Platinum loves to have block and dodge.
Yep.
Not be it.
Alright, well, can't go through this door to the rest of the estate currently, but... And kind of pop out over here. I think I have a pretty natural stopping point coming up.
Right.
It was definitely taking a little bit to load some of these areas. Saying that wasn't doing when we weren't streaming it. But not too bad.
Something in there that blew up. Sure, that's fine.
Just a drunk guy.
Bye.
I have not yet been noticed by any of these
None of his
folks.
friends noticed.
Nope. So many pellets. So yeah, you can spend a lot of time in this game kind of just finding the best way to go through areas and sneak up on enemies. Should be able to get on this road. There's one easy way I know to do it. Scrump on that one.
Yeah.
Totally fine. Ah, that guy's got an axe. Means he's got big heavy swings, but it's not gonna help. He's dead.
Are we on fire?
Ah, we're starting to catch fire. By the way, you are completely invincible when you're like death blowing someone.
Yeah.
So if you run into a crowd of enemies and death blow like one of them,
well, yeah, you kind of have to be. You're stuck in that animation. It
yes,
would be very
it would be
bad
really bad
if you were vulnerable while you were.
Yep. Thankfully, they don't make you do that. Ah, Aiko's Sugar, who is another warrior that the monks made candy of. I believe that one ups your attack. Yeah, Withered Red Gourd has 5 uses. I should probably put that on my quick items for being around here. Yeah, Aiko's Sugar is extra attack power for a time. Must bite down hard on the candy and endure what has been brought to pass.
Ugh, gross. I don't want it.
That is fair. Alright, if you make our way over to this. Stick to the roofs, because there's quite a few enemies around here. remember if there's like a drop here or not. Find out. I think a pup has noticed. Aw.
Boy. That lad, look at him roar.
Very efficient.
Very good. Oh no.
Well, I alerted basically everyone to my presence, it seems.
Oops.
Hello.
I'd say it's going well.
Yeah. Well, that guy tried to stick his dogs on us, but it didn't work. Dogs were already dead. That man's asleep. Can't remember if there's an eavesdrop here or not. I feel like there might not be. I have to kill quite a few people, including this guy who's pissing. Big old fire. Big old thing in the fire.
I love big old things and big old fires. Who doesn't?
Yeah. No idea if there's actually an eavesdrop here or not. Around that fire. There are a bunch of people just drinking and cavorting, though.
I love drinking and cavorting.
No, enough of trying to get that. Let's, make some moves for my own safety.
There's no try, there's only do.
Yeah, that. Alright, so there's quite a few enemies here, but hey, they're pretty drunk. How bad could it be?
Oh shit, it could be pretty bad, huh?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the firecracker's great for that. It will basically stun any enemy in front of you for like a bit.
When you kill an enemy, does their item drop stay around forever, or does it go away after a while?
It goes away after probably when you rest at a bonfire, so for practical purposes, no. That guy didn't even notice.
Wow, he did not notice all his buddies being slaughtered behind him.
These guys are pretty drunk.
Yeah, it's true.
And look what they were around. A flame barrel. So this
fire-based weapon
specifically mentions red-eyed enemies and that the power of fire is strong against them.
We did get a tooltip about that.
Yes. So this is what will this is kind of what the game expects you to go get when the
Or fighting.
when the ogre proves to be too much for you.
Except it's quite easy to miss the lady with the bell.
Oh, I sure did. I think there's too much else around.
Yeah,
here.
part of my name, Vegas was saying he did exactly the same thing on his.
Oh, I ran past the entrance to the Hirata estate because I never got the bell. Donkey. It is really loading this area, huh?
Having a bit of a time. Is that occasionally, or?
I've seen it drop some, not usually like to that extent.
I wonder if it's just gross something over
It's definitely because we're streaming too, yeah. Alright, I think we will open the door to go back to the other idol, and that's what we'll finish on.
Alright.
Those worthless bastards.
Agreed.
Hello. You are Shinobi, if I'm not mistaken. Take the Shinobi axe from the temple.
Ooh, a Shinobi axe.
And split their skulls wide open. Please.
Please split their skulls open. Please. Oh, there is a temple over here. Also an eavesdrop. Let's see what they have to say.
Temple next, boss? No, leave it. Go on to the...
Ah, I was noticed in the middle of that.
Uh-oh.
I didn't realize that would continue to build up. Let's see if he unnotices us.
It's kind of funny that weapon is also just an item in the fire.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't even look like a special item.
Next, boss? No.
Just an item.
Yup. This fucking jackass.
I keep noticing you.
He keeps noticing me. What a dick. If I go the other way around the house. I've never had this much trouble listening to this. Oh, it shouldn't be that difficult. This place should be good, because neither of them's looking at me from here.
We burning this temple next, boss?
No!
No, leave it. Go on to the next one. But if there's any offerings, we could give them to Lord Juzo. Enough! We don't take
Juzo.
from Buddha. How many times do I have to tell you before it sinks into your thick skull? Please, don't get angry at me, boss. I'm sorry my skull's so thick.
Aww. Well, they don't steal from the Buddha, but they are still going to die horribly. And I mean, we were told to go take this, so we're also not stealing from the Buddha here.
Sure, haha.
This is the Shinobi Axe of the Monkey. Big ol' heavy axe.
Alright. Oh, you really get a lot of tools, huh?
Once favored weapon of a shinobi known as the Bounding Monkey of the Sunken Valley.
I'm sure
it
we
was
won't
lost,
meet them.
along with his left arm. Probably not important. I'm certain we haven't met him. Probably. Ah, Gokan's sugar. Reducing posture damage. Wizened monks are well versed in the art of killing shinobi, an undertaking that demands a body with an unshakable core.
You can't see me, but I'm giving the game a side eye. Giving it this old stare down.
Alright, so we have now opened this, which means that we won't have to go through the area with all the fire people again. We'll be able to just pop straight into the rest of the Hirata estate.
I'm still not used to it being dark at 9 o'clock in the midnight.
Yeah, that is pretty weird for you.
That is weird for me.
Scotland stays light fucking forever in the summer. It's wild. But that will be next time that we travel further into the Hirata estate. I haven't really decided if I'm gonna do all of it. I think you're technically supposed to like grab these tools and then kind of turn around, or maybe not immediately, but a little bit further ahead from now, rather than do the entire thing. And I might do that, but I might go through all of it. I don't know. That's for Sunday to decide.
Yeah.
But this is a pretty good stopping point, and I think we did pretty well for ourselves. Next time we're gonna go to the sculptor and attach a bunch of Shinobi prosthetics. Or forget completely and then just not have them.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That sounds like what we'll do.
That sounds like exactly what we'll do. Alright, tomorrow I'm back with the final Phoenix Wright Justice for All stream. We are on the final trial day.
Indeed.
We're gonna save our girl, our poor kidnapped girl. We're gonna do it. We're gonna bring a killer to justice, I'm sure.
Multiple killers?
Yeah, kinda, I guess.
There's a lot of bad people in that case.
Yeah, see you tomorrow for Point Click Wednesday. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.